We got a game 6 in the NBA playoffs. The Suns are taking on the Clippers this Wednesday, June the 30th. Use the promo code STANLEY to save you 20% off of the entire site. I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and I've got Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room here to give us the play in the NBA. What's going on, Nick?
Not too much. How about you, Allie? How are you doing?
Things are good. Things are good. It's cooling down here in Vegas, but I hear it's heating up in your part of the country. A little
It
crazy.
is.
We're doing a flip flop in our weather right now.
It is.
So
It's
that's how
just
it feels
crazy.
when I complain about 115 degrees. Whoo, boy.
Wow.
So this is a hot one. Speaking of hot stuff, we got a hot matchup right here. Phoenix Suns are at the LA Clippers. They led it 3-1, let one go in Phoenix in game 5. Now they're headed back to LA. Suns are still the favorite, even on the road, -1 point, and I've got a total of 215 in this one. So what do you say?
Well, obviously, this has been a really interesting series. I had a play on the over in game 5, and that one managed to just sneak over in the Clippers' victory there. I mean, what do you think Chris Paul is thinking at this point, Allie? I mean, he's famous for having blown a couple 3-1 playoff leads in over his career. And so, I mean, this really has to be the start of a recurring nightmare that he's had so many times. But yeah, as I say, that last game snuck over. But I think game 6 sets up as more of a defensive affair here. And really, both games, games 3 and 4, both went under the number. LA won game 3 by a score of 106-92. And then the Suns won game 4, 84-80. And I think that was like the lowest scoring NBA game in the NBA playoff game in the last 50 years. I do expect that we're going to see more than 160 points scored in this one, Allie, but I do think that fatigue is going to be lead to another lower scoring defensive affair here from these two desperate clubs. And I mean, obviously, each is desperate here. The Suns are now desperate to end this series. They want to avoid that game 7 and a possible, potential disaster. And the Clippers, they're desperate to stay alive. They could have given up easily in Phoenix there, but they didn't. They fought hard. They fought really hard, especially on the defensive end there, to earn that victory. And so, Allie, that's my read in game 6 here. I think game 5, it really was an exhausting one for these two teams. And so I think it will affect their energy levels here in game 6. So my strongest call in this one is going to be to the under.
Okay, we are taking it under the 215. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm a baseball girl. I like to follow trends. I hope this Chris Paul trend does not continue and they can move right on through here. But I think you're right. Let's roll with it to go under 215 in game 6. That's the play from Nick Parsons at the Insiders Room.